Hello, it's a great day at Center Chapel Church of Christ. We're so glad that you're tuning in to this Monday meetup. Yesterday, we talked about God's forgiveness, both in the AM and the PM sermons. And the idea was just to present God's forgiveness from Him to us willingly accepting it and extending it forth to other people. We showed the close relationship between forgiveness and grace. We defined grace from Ephesians 2, verses 4 through 8. And then after that, we talked about us being open to the idea of receiving God's grace and living in light of it. God's lure is a contrite heart. He wants to come in and relieve us of any stress or anxieties we have. And that's why we introduced the prodigal son account. God doesn't want us to continually beat ourselves up over sin. He wants us to be aware of it. But he also wants us to rise above it. And that's where we presented Paul. Paul lived with his past. He understood that it was there, but he understood God had redeemed him, gave him grace, and he lived in light of that grace. And then the PM sermon was us extending that forth to other individuals. And the basic highlight for that was we need to be communicating with one another. We need to be reaching out to one another and extending that forth, because forgiveness is tough. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's for individuals who truly want to follow up with their belief.
Yeah, I thought it was cool too how you brought up in Ephesians 2, how you said there's a point where we have to receive grace as a gift and not like just reach out and take it ourselves or take it by force. And I think sometimes in our churches, we have a hard time with that language, receiving grace or receiving Christ, because it's been so used by other people who have used it to like false doctrine.
It's been abused. Yeah.
It's been abused. Yeah. But I think it's cool that you reminded us that it is a gift and there's nothing else. I can't get it for myself. It has to be given to me and I have to receive it, even though I don't deserve it. I thought that was good that you mentioned that.
Yeah. The only requirement is to acknowledge your sin and have that contrite heart.
Yep.
And that's, so great. We appreciate you guys. We're glad that you've tuned in. We look forward to seeing you soon. We love you.